Hey YouTube, welcome to another episode of News in 2 Minutes, bringing you the news that you need to know every day. Let's begin. A fleet of Russian warships has docked in Cuba just 100 miles south of the southern United States for the first such visit in over 4 years. The arriving unit consists of the flagship of the Black Sea Fleet, the cruiser Moscow seen here, which at one time maintained a 40-year station after the Cuba Missile Crisis, where it was used as an electronic listening post monitoring U.S. military activities and communications. Military analysts say that the timing of the visit demonstrates Russia's willingness to maintain a presence of warships in close proximity to the United States, and we remind everybody not to overlook rising tensions between the US and Russia over information leaked by NSA fugitive Edward Snowden and Western intervention within Syria and other nations within the Middle East. The squadron, which also includes a large anti-submarine ship of the Northern Fleet, as well as a number of lesser ships, will be docked in Cuba for no less than 5 days and will watch for information regarding international waterways to see if any ships remain behind after the visit. Over 200 protesters were forcibly removed and arrested by militarized police in body armor during environmental protests in California. The international policing agency Interpol has issued a global security alert after militant raids on jails in Pakistan, Libya, and Iraq have caused the escape of thousands of senior al-Qaeda members, terrorists, and inmates. The agency is asking its member countries to closely follow and swiftly process any information linked to the events due to a greater picture being configured that shows the possibility of a larger attack in the future. An article displaying totalitarian control measures in other parts of the world shows residents in North Africa demonstrating against public fasting measures where citizens have been questioned, arrested, and beaten for not adhering to Islamic fasting measures during Ramadan, a practice that requires citizens to refrain from eating throughout the day. The International Journal of Infectious Disease has published a case of a family cluster of the Middle Eastern Respiratory Syndrome, in which a patient experiencing no other symptoms was able to contract the disease while in hospital for an unrelated cause and infect several members of his family at home. And to wrap things up, a meteor struck in China this week, causing a hole 2 meters deep. Bird flu has been detected on a poultry farm in the Dutch province of Friesland and in 6 more farms across the country of Nepal. And widespread unrest continues across the globe with often violent protests in Sri Lanka, Pakistan, Egypt, Tunisia, Morocco, Turkey, Taiwan, and Bulgaria. And that's it for this episode of News in 2 Minutes. Check back tomorrow for more news that the aware need the most. This week's News in 2 Minutes is brought to you by tshtfplan.com, where even the officials go for news, and sqmetals.com for all your precious metal needs.